And we are back. I was just looking at the notes earlier today, and I was like, "Oh yeah, a lot happened last time."
Uh-huh.
I also feel like a lot's going to happen today too. Like I feel like this Ank'Harel arc is coming to a head as you guys have to make some choices and decisions. Where we last left off, we opened up immediately with initiative as dozens of aboleth spawns swarmed the watchtower, and a massive tentacle grappled the freed Bright Queen and Jaman Saord. Forn cleverly used Gust of Wind to pull the rulers to safety and force them to drink potions of water breathing. The battle was brutal, with the spawns dealing massive psychic damage that knocked both Eritrea and Korra unconscious. However, Professor Jalbatros dealt immense lightning damage via Witch Bolt, forcing the giant tentacle to retreat. Melody provided vital temporary hit points and unleashed massive divine smites to obliterate the spawns, while Eritrea used Mass Healing Word to keep the party alive. Forn sniped the final spawn, ending the encounter. Melody recovered a magical platinum snake emerald ring from a corpse as well. Retreating to the warded library, the party verified Jaman and the Bright Queen were not changelings and summoned a magnificent mansion to safely rest for the evening. Inside, the rulers shared some massive revelations. The Bright Queen was captured while trying to ally with the Sandman. Her goal was to unite the hidden Archfey, including Artagnan, Archon, Dalfin, Artemis, and the Master of Sands, revealed to be Eritrea's mother, to properly restore the Feywild. The Iron Collective is led by a council of 5 changelings aiming to forcibly overlay the Feywild onto the material plane. Crip is likely a god hiding in a mortal vessel to evade Predathos. He is searching for the Bloodwell, once protected by the champion Zenith. The summary did not spell it right.
Zenith.
The party theorized that finding Imogen, the vessel of Predathos, might be the only way to destroy Crimp. The mutated aboleth is using the suspended citizens of Ank'Harel as a massive psychic battery to break into the Netherdeep, so the changelings can acquire an ancient device of extraordinary power. Where we last left off, the session concluded with the professor presenting the red rudium crystal to Jaman and Dormir, realizing it acts as a key to safely crossing the rift into the Netherdeep. Now, I believe all this took place as you guys were having the preparation of a long rest, correct? This was kind of the back and forth and the activity that was going on before the long rest. So, did we accomplish everything we wanted to get done during that period of time?
Yes, I think we were in the Magic Mansion, aren't we?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
I can, whatever's left that hasn't been identified, I can do that before the rest.
Will you identify that ring that I found?
I know you had a ring, and I think Professor, your shield or something. You had a second item that I don't think was identified yet, or did they both get identified?
I think they both did, because I have the spear and
spear and shield.
Yeah, they both did. The shield ended up being something, and the spear.
I think the things you got from the temple were identified.
Yeah,
they were. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll sit with the ring for a minute before the long rest. Before I take my long rest to identify that for I almost called you Xanth. Melody. I said Zat. Wait, wrong name.
That's not Xanth. This is season 2, not season 1. No.
Did everyone remember to level up?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And what level are we now?
12.
That's right. We are
11
now.
11. Oh,
Didn't we make that an evening level for you?
She went
Korra?
from 9 to 11.
I went from 9 to 11, and then the next one I'll go to 13.
That's right. That's right. Oh my God, Zia, be quiet.
Sorry. She's a loud little witch with capital B.
Yes, she is. There was the Amulet of the Devout, I believe, was found, correct?
Yep. That one was already, I think that was identified.
The Cloak of Displacement.
Yep, that was identified.
The Arrow-Catching Shield.
That's what Professor had. Yeah.
And then the magical spear known as the Sky Anchor.
Yep.
We then found the rudium. We then found the rudium crystal.
Yep.
And I think the only thing that was not
the
identified
ring.
yet
Okay.
was the platinum ring.
So I'll take the 15 minutes to identify it. Ritual, so I don't have to roll and blow us all up in the Magic Mansion.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I gotta come up with a wild magic result table for when you guys are in like other planes of existence, and magic, may reflect that a little bit differently. But for now, with the exception of 4 and identifying the ring, is there any last second things that anyone wants to accomplish before we click off long rest? All right, go ahead and click off long rest. I'm just pulling up the notes right now for the ring. Make sure I got the right one. As we are on, what day are we on in Anchorel now? Day 3 or day 4?
3, because we've only slept twice, I think.
Yeah, so you're in day 3.
And
The
one of them was
morning of day
kind
3.
of not on purpose.
Fair. The ring identifies itself as a ring of free action.
It identifies itself.
Yeah. I talked to it and it told me what it was.
It told you what it was. It identifies itself.
The ring grants a +1
remember.
bonus to your armor class and all of your... Sorry, wrong one. While wearing this ring, difficult terrain costs you no extra movement, which means wearing this ring underwater means that water is no longer difficult terrain.
Oh, I see.
Furthermore, it prevents magic from reducing your speed or causing you to suffer the paralyzed or restrained conditions.
Ooh,
That will be
Good.
really good.
yeah. I'm sorry, did it say you have to attune to it?
We
The only time we use attunement is for relics, but unfortunately D&D Beyond does not give me an on-off option for attunement. So this is a D&D Beyond item that could require attunement. So just keep that in mind, whoever ends up getting it. I only require epic items to be required for attunement. I really wish that they'd get off their lazy programming butts and give us a toggle that allows us to turn that stupid attunement feature off when we don't want to use it.
I'm just thinking of this in my head. Say Melody's wearing that ring, and then I get paralyzed. If she puts it on my finger, do I lose the paralysis, or does it?
No, you gotta be wearing it when it takes effect.
Okay.
Melody goes running around all the paralyzed.
I was like, that'd be kind of fun.
Well, I feel like the ring would just be bouncing from person to person because we're underwater.
Yeah.
So everybody else moves really freaking slow except the one who has the ring.
Yeah,
So when you pass the
unfortunately,
ring, you've got to run to the next guy.
unfortunately, with the magical ring effect, the ring has to be on your person before and during to gain the benefit of the ring's magic.
Melody is such a character that would love putting jewelry on other people, though. To like glam them.
True.
It wouldn't be about saving them. It'd just be about glamming
Yeah, it
them.
wouldn't be about need. It would be about the vibe for the occasion.
We're supposed to have a party tonight. Like here, at least put this on.
Well, this kind of sounds like it would be helpful for anyone. It seems like
Specifically, you frontliners, I think. It's
Yeah.
more important for you.
so.
Which is
I
not-
would be interested in it, but if anyone else is interested, I'm happy to like roll some dice for it or something.
Well, Cora stole the cloak from me, so I think you can.
So she's
I
got some
think-
goodies already.
She's got a goodie.
I got
Professor
the
just picked up some
displacement.
goodies, so
All right,
I think it's yeah.
all right,
keep
I'll
it.
take it. Awesome.
Finders keepers.
Sorry, buddy.
Don't step on your dog.
I said sorry.
I said sorry.
Yeah.
If I do it and say sorry, I'm forgiven.
Immediately.
I
Immediately
have
takes
the water breathing spell. If we
we have a crate of crates of water breathing
A breathing
potions in
potion, yeah, that you guys
How long
recovered
does
from
potions last?
24
hours.
hours. Or 8
8
hours, sorry.
8 hours.
8 hours.
Because the spell is 24 hours. I think the potions are 8.
Correct.
Okay.
We have like 200 of them though.
Yeah, we have like 200 potions.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you guys pilfered the stock from the
Yes, we did.
from
Yeah, and we're not giving those back.
No.
They
No.
disappeared.
We have a shop to restock, okay?
Yes.
If it's even
How much do
still
those
there.
cost?
Whatever we want to price them at.
Yeah.
Come on. Like
That's true, but I mean,
I
we
mean, on average, a water breathing potion can run 150 to 500 gold,
Oh.
depending on
see?
yeah, we
location.
keeping those.
So-
We just have to be
They
careful not
fell
to
off the
flood
truck.
the market with our like 8,000. We got to put out like 2 at a time and be like,
Yeah.
these are really.
Limited time only.
Yeah.
Until
Limited
next
time
week.
only. We have plenty.
A super El Nino's coming. Buy your water breathing potion now.
Mhm.
All right.
So we've slept.
So you
Knock
can
off
click
the-
off a long rest.
Yep.
Jamansa Ord and the Bright Queen are still there. They'll be in the common room of the Magic Mansion. I will say by the time you wake up, you have an hour until the Magic Mansion fades.
Look, this aboleth, this whole the nether deep and the aboleth and all this stuff seems to be the biggest pressing issue right now. Although in the grand scheme of things, there are others that we need to attend to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably the most pressing. If we leave these guys here, they're going to get absorbed, right?
Well, they're
It sounds
already
like-
being absorbed.
Sounds like they're being
but-
used as a battery because the changelings are trying to get into the nether deep. Should we use this as our opportunity to real quick get in the nether deep and get whatever they're trying to get first, and then they won't need these people anymore? And then I guess I don't know. Then there would be another step of the plan after that.
If we shut down the aboleth, if they're in there, they're not getting out, and we can still go in because we have the key, right?
How do we?
Yeah, as
Shut-
far as you know, the rudium crystal
That stone
will allow you to cross the threshold of the nether deep, although it does need to be refined into a substance that each individual could actually use.
Is it a one-way key or is it a reusable key?
Hard
Is
to
it-
know.
Is it? If I so let me take out my manual. Is it something that I feel like I could
It only goes there when you put it there.
like break down into
Cut yourself.
essentially amulets or like gemstones that I could put on a necklace that each of us could have?
Yeah, I think
Like-
that's why you presented it to Jamansa Ord and Dormir, because they were going to try to figure out some way to process the rudium crystal, since this is the first time anyone's ever been able to retrieve the rudium crystal. Whenever anyone tries to get too close to the netherdeep threshold, the raw rudium there tends to cause very kind of disastrous effects.
Yeah.
So Dormir was under the impression that he was going to try to refine the rudium crystal into a potion. And that's what he was working on all through the night.
Okay.
What's his progress looking like?
You haven't seen him yet this morning, so he may be up in one of the workshops now, you know, one of the many magical rooms that the Magic Mansion provides, and still up there working, as far as you know.
Before I forget, since it's the beginning of a new day, I would like to reach into my Scanlan's bag to see what
Okay.
type of random potion.
You get a water breathing.
I really hope it's not a water-breathing potion.
15 minutes. Potion of water breathing.
Health potion. Health
Yeah, that'd be
potion,
funny.
Health
That'd be
Health
funny.
potion.
Hold on,
Health
let
potion,
me
please.
open
Health
up
potion.
Scan's bag's roll. Is
Potion
Health
of
potions.
shit scry. Potion of shit scry. I mean,
Bad
it's
man.
Scanlan. This is Scanlan's bag. There's like shit scry is a totally reasonable potion.
It
You can
is,
pull
it
out of
is, but let's, you know, all right, I've got the list up. Go ahead. What are we rolling for that? We normally roll a D12, right?
can't remember, and I don't have
D6
it
or
written.
D12.
But
I think it's a
D12 sounds
D12.
nice.
Yeah, because the fixed type of potions that it produces.
9.
9. It is a potion of comprehend language.
Ooh.
Can't wait till you roll a 12.
Don't get me excited.
Yeah, because a 12 is something custom that Scanlan put in the bag.
Ooh.
So
Kinda
we're
like
saying
when
is
you
take
get
another
a-
long rest and then do it
Kind of like
again.
when you get an earwax jelly bean in Hogwarts.
Mhm. Potion of shit scry. I'm just saying.
Potion of shit scry. So gross. So gross.
It's not gonna taste like shit. It's the whole like take a dump on a bed and you could scry on it later thing.
The Bright Queen kind of.
That's gross.
Yeah, are you saying all
Scanlan.
of this in front of the Bright Queen?
No, obviously not.
The Bright Queen comes wandering over to where all you guys are having this conversation. Jamansa Ord is kind of over in one of the chairs of the common room. They seem to be kind of very much reading a series of books that seems to hold their attention. But the Bright Queen comes over to the 5 of you, or 6 of you. I keep forgetting Giancarlo is there. Doromir is upstairs somewhere, still working on refining the rudium crystal. The Bright Queen looks at all of you. Well, I think we have a problem. I am going to have to leave you now. I need to return to my capital, find some of my loyal Greenblades, and begin reasserting my power there. But I need the 6 of you to do me a favor, if you would, please.
Of course.
First, I've already spoken with Shaman, and they agree with me. Helping recover the population of the city is very important. And I can already tell that in your discussions and your back and forth that you're beginning to recognize this. So I appreciate that. Last night, Jaman, mentioned that they think the vault is still available here. So as soon as we are done here, we are to escort you to the vault where we can locate certain items that we think will help you. Upon freeing the population of Ankarel, I need all of you to make me a promise. While I am back in my kingdom, restoring it and getting it back on its feet, I need the 6 of you to help Jamansa Ord to do the same. And in order to do this, I think it's best that you have a place to operate out of. Jaman will be giving you a structure, a theater, and some other representation of the city. And they would like you to sit on the Hand of Ord Council in hopes of helping rebuild the army and in rebuilding the Hand of Ord as well. Once I've accomplished my task, I have to find the Sandman and see if I cannot renegotiate this particular problem and see whether or not I was duped by the Sandman and maybe the Archfey creatures have some other plan in mind that I am not aware of, which becomes my responsibility. I started down this path. I feel it is my duty to fix this. For now, we should ignore the Iron Collective. Allow them to exist wherever they are. Rockhaven will see to the safety of the Fae that were hidden, and they will be handled accordingly. The hard part is, I need you to help Jamansa Ord raise an army to lay siege to Jrusar. I think that is the only way we're going to be able to get the city back under our control and force the changelings to reveal themselves. If Crimp is operating there as well, he will be revealed as well. Or, as Jamon suspects, Crimp is in the Netherdeep. I don't know if I agree with that or not. Perhaps he is. But Jrusar cannot be a safe haven to these changelings. We must take the city back. As far as I know, it continues to be on lockdown. A new council has been imposed. And, well, things have become difficult there for the population. But one step at a time, I think. Help the city get back on its feet. Help Jamon Sa'ord put together a plan to take back Jrusar.
Yes, my queen. Of course.
Thorn,
Hmm?
give her a piece of hair.
Oh. Your previous token was destroyed. My apologies. Here's another.
Yes, I really wish this wasn't so gross, but yes, thank you. She takes it, puts it in one of her many pockets.
It's woven very prettily. I mean, it's just white hair woven, you know.
Yeah, it's probably beads in it too,
Yeah,
made out of like seeds
little,
or something.
little eyeball beads.
Ooh, like those
So it's
blue
gross
eyes.
and creepy. Excellent.
Like those
Excellent.
blue oh, what are they? Shoot. I cannot think of what they are, but they're like the all-seeing eye thingy that's supposed to protect you.
And
As the Bright Queen kind of acknowledges all of you, she turns towards Eritrea. Eritrea, may I speak privately with you for a moment, please?
Yes.
Because watch as the Bright Queen and Eritrea, actually, she'll exit the Magic Mansion with you, since it's...
if he leaves, we all get kicked
Oh,
out.
that's right. It is his. That's
So
right.
we all
Never mind.
right.
Never mind. I forgot it is his. So she'll
would be
walk
funny,
away. She'll walk away with Eritrea to another portion of the Magic Mansion. And you guys lose sight of them for a moment. Jamon Sa'ord gets up carrying a book in their hands. The best I can figure, the Netherdeep is essentially a labyrinth of a different plane of existence. What I think is going on is that this creature, this aboleth that's been put in place, is both an extension of the Netherdeep as well as an extension of the Rudium portal that allows you to enter the Netherdeep. I spoke with Dormir for a bit last night as we were going over these possibilities. I believe the potions will allow you to enter, but I still think it will be very dangerous to even cross over the threshold. Whatever this creature is, we can only assume it's being guarded and it has purpose. Whatever that purpose is and whatever it's guarding, I'm not entirely sure. But if Crimp is inside, he must be looking for something that he needs. I don't necessarily think that Crimp is allied with the changelings. I feel he is both using them and being used in return. I think they are groups that have determinate outcomes in their mind. Whoever gets there first will be the one to wipe out the other group. That seems to happen a lot with these more nefarious opportunities. But the question I ask all of you, what do we... This is going to sound strange, but I think it makes sense. Do we destroy the entrance of the Netherdeep, therefore trapping whoever's inside, and sealing off the item from ever being found? Or do we risk exploring the Netherdeep in hopes of finding the item before the other person finds it?
Depends on what the item is.
Does it?
If that item could bring back the Feywild, yes.
I don't know if that's an argument for causality. Any item that's capable of bringing a plane into existence is not so deficient from the idea of Genesis, the idea of destroying something else in its place.
As in the Netherdeep itself.
The Netherdeep, the material plane, the astral plane, the ethereal plane. Anyone who understands the use of this item and has the ability to use such a powerful item, well, to bring in something would mean to destroy something else, I think.
Then how does it not work the other way around? When something is destroyed, something else must be created in its stead.
I don't think it's a matter of whether it works or not. It's whether or not it's worth risking it being recovered. We could simply come up with a way to destroy the portal, seal off the Netherdeep, and rule out its use ever.
If we destroy the portal, is there another way in? Could they access it from someplace else?
According to the journals of the Allegiance of Allsight, there is no other way into the Netherdeep other than this portal of Rudium magic.
But is there a way to get back out? Someone who's gotten in?
Do you know gate?
I would imagine if they know plane shift, perhaps.
If it's that,
any of us know plane shift?
If it's that valuable to them, they'll find someone to plane shift this person out.
If it's Crimp, I'm sure he could do it himself.
Yeah. I think we have to go, right?
If we leave it, they're going to find a way to get to it.
Yeah.
What if we take a look around the Aboleth first? Although, God.
You mean shoot it from far away?
That thing, it's gigantic and it affects us as we get close to it. So it's not even.
Is there a way that we can protect our brains from its influence?
Well, it affected Jamon and the Bright Queen, so.
Yeah, but if they
mighty
weren't
powerful people more
expecting
than us. So.
But if they weren't expecting it, anyone can be taken by surprise. You know, everybody rolls a 2 every so often.
Not sure what that last bit means, but I think you're on.
The Bright Queen said that they were going to take us to a vault of some kind, so maybe the vault will have something that'll be helpful.
Yes, I believe I have a way that might be. I think I have a way.
A really fancy ring, you know.
I may have rings that could help us, but we have to make our way to the vault first, retrieve them. I just want to make sure.
Rings of keep
The
out.
plan is to go into the Netherdeep, find the item, and bring it back. Is that the plan?
Yes.
I believe so. Yes. Yes.
Very well.
Because we're crazy.
Look, we already have supposedly one very powerful artifact within the within our care. Why not add to it?
Well,
put a bigger target on our backs.
Now, not everybody knows we have that artifact. Jamon Sword knows, because I told her.
True.
You told just about everybody we've met.
The Heartstar piece is gone. We have just the
Yeah,
thing.
we don't have the Heart Star anymore.
Oh, we don't even have the Heartstar anymore.
No,
No,
we
it got
have
left in that ship.
It got stuck. I sealed it to the thing that exploded, but we got
He mended it.
the portal to where what's his face was being kept.
I'm sure that's going to come back and bite us in the ass because
It was
we got
made of
kicked
the
off
same
ship
material
and-
as the Heartstar, but it wasn't the Heartstar. And yeah, it was.
Was it like the Heart Star's container?
Something like that. But Professor I was inside it. with the now dead Githyanki guy.
This is the thing we escaped from.
Well, it's the thing inside the thing we escaped from. Yeah. That I was inside of, like Russian eggs,
Where the like pilot was, right?
where the first mate was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That container.
It wasn't
that
the weapons, not the weapons room. Was it the weapons room?
It was the place where the first mate was, but that
What was
stone, that like big giant stone thing that was floating in the room, Professor got it out of the thing because I was inside of it while the ship was exploding. Thank you for that, by the way. I don't think I properly thanked you for that. I much prefer being on this side.
It's no problem, Lord.
All right. So we get some goodies, and then we decide whether first we take out the aboleth or we go into the Netherdeep.
I think we gotta go in first.
We gotta go in first because of time sensitivity.
No, the aboleth is tied to the entrance. If the aboleth is
He's the one
destroyed,
holding the entrance open.
the entrance closes.
It closes if he's gone.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because he and the people are powering it to be open. So we have to refine the keys.
Well, Dormia was working on that.
Okay. So let's go to the vault.
But if we can get in, secure whatever's inside there, and then perhaps lock down whoever we find in there as being trapped inside, and then close the vault. That's even better, right?
So go to the Netherdeep, find the thing, kill the aboleth, destroy the portal. Profits.
Yes. Question mark first.
Question mark. Okay.
So, in we go, I guess. Well, we'll find Dormia first, or the vault.
The vault?
Well,
the
hey,
vault.
we better let Dormia know we don't have much time left in here, right? We got to be down to, 5 minutes or something.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if it closes, he just gets kicked out, right? And all of his stuff.
But if he's like in the middle of something, that could be bad, right? That's my thought.
That's true, because it's the rudium that he's working with. And someone send a message. Who's got message? Or just go up there. It's probably faster.
Hey, Dormia!
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Dormia, 5 minutes, buddy.
All right. 5 minutes. I'll be down shortly.
Oh no, you ain't gonna be down. We're gonna be out the door in 5 minutes if you know what I mean, right?
Yes, I understand. Be patient.
I totally thought we were about to be double crossed by Dormir. I was like, when Jason wasn't responding, I was like, oh no.
Eritrea, the Bright Queen stares at you for an uncomfortable few minutes, almost as if she's gauging whether or not to have this conversation with you. She reaches into the folds of her garments and she pulls out a message. You immediately recognize the wax seal on the message from Pike, and more importantly, the seal of Sarenrae is on the message as well. You see Pike's name written across it. Atrio, I was told very specifically when you learned of someone that goes by the name of the Master of Sands, I was supposed to give this to you. And she holds out the letter from Pike with the wax seal of Sarenrae on it.
Take it, but
she holds on to it briefly as you grab onto it. Do not be angry with them, Eritrea. The time that you came into existence and you matured into the person you are now, was difficult for a lot of people to contend with, and the idea of what they thought you were versus what you think you are still, in my opinion, feels unresolved. But there are many distractions to deal with first before we could focus on this. But just understand they did the best they could, knowing what they knew. Your mother, somebody that I once knew. She is unaging. She believed falling in love with a djinn was acceptable. I am not so sure. Djinns can be very difficult individuals. Petra, do you find yourself having visions from time to time?
Yes.
Do you find yourself easily or very quickly found by other magical entities that seem to think you're receptive to their magics or energies?
Yes.
I see. The letter will come as a shock to you, but I think it may clear up a few things as well. I'm not of the opinion to give this to you, but I made Pike a promise. She and her people have done great things for our community, and I will not allow that promise to go unfulfilled. But perhaps when you read this, think very carefully about your next decision. And know that I truly believe that your mother did love you. Whether or not she understood what she was about to do, I don't know. I counseled her against this, but that she was a rather complicated person. And I do miss her. Well, good luck. And I am sorry. And she just kind of walks away from you, walks back out towards everybody else, announces that she is leaving, and she quickly heads out the front of the Magic Mansion back into the Allegiance All-Site Library, where the Magic Mansion is currently cast.
I'm going to open the letter.
You crack the seal, and you begin to open the parchment. Dear son, if this letter has found you, then you are in the Rumadan Desert, and you have discovered my name. By discovering me and who our family is, it exposes us to great peril and possibly dangers beyond this world can handle. Your father is well-intended and well-meaning. He goes by the name, well, I hesitate to tell you this, and there's like this weird kind of writing that almost like she's not quite sure about completing the sentence. Your father was once a demigod. He sought to heal the damage during the calamity that Grumash had caused the ancient elves of their time. He goes by the name of Alexion the Apotheon. He also hides his true identity as a djinn in I didn't write it down. I meant to. What's the name of the oasis that you guys discovered?
Wait.
Is it the green?
No, not the green. Hang on.
Oh.
Damn notes.
I was
So-
writing
Yep.
writing down my crib notes for tonight, and I forgot to write that one down.
Fern? The Oasis.
Yes.
Fern.
Fern,
Thank
there it
you.
is.
He's a djinn that hides out in a place called the Fern. I cannot tell you where that place is in this letter because it is never in the same place more than once. It will describe itself as a magnificent oasis and a clear pool of water surrounded by strange plants and trees and rock formations. It moves constantly. He is in fear of Predathos. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you. Hopefully, we shall meet again. Signed, the Master of Sands. Aurelia Sinwave.
Ooh, look at that. You know your mommy's name.
I just mutter under my breath. I gotta kill Crimp.
thought
You
we were
all,
Me too.
yeah, you all right there, buddy?
I don't feel all that like rocked by this because a lot of these figures are not so known to me necessarily but the implication behind Crimp and Predathos, leaves me with a little bit more understanding of the connection behind this than those who are trying to reach out to me. So I don't find this to be a secret. So when I kind of get back with the group, I hand the letter to Thorn.
Oh shit! Is this a? Didn't you say you had a vision of a djinn in the middle of an oasis before?
Oh yeah.
So,
And I just
Fake
made
gin.
this symbol.
No.
Your mom got busy.
no.
So when
Wow.
your mom gave you to the djinn, your mom was giving you to your dad.
Yes.
So where's your dad been this whole time?
He
It sounds like
foisted
your
him off
mom
on
is-
someone else to
Well,
raise
they all hands off
Dad, are
now.
both alive?
I'll hand it to Melody. We're just
Just hot gossip.
Passing the letter.
pass it around.
What?
Wow. I want to kill Crimp is not what I would have taken away from that letter, but sure, let's go. All right, wait. We need to go to the vault first, though.
You should cast
Well-
sending to your dad and be like, "What's up, dude? You handed me off to Pike."
Where's my money?
Wait.
Yeah.
His name was in there, so you can cast sending to him because you know his name, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, and Alexion
Well,
the
not if
Apotheon
Not
is
if
the
he's
guy.
not on this plane.
That's true.
He was the guy who hid the ruidium crystal here to try to protect the city.
He did.
You could just tell him we found his crystal and we're about to go blow up the Netherdeep. You can tell him that.
Oh yeah, that get his attention that way. Yeah.
Hey, I know of a bard that kind of pissed off a djinn before. This could be the same guy for all we know.
So
He was locked in the astral sea, though, as opposed to,
Oh yes, I think I should attempt to contact my father
But maybe it's better to play it cool since like he kind of, he dumped you. So don't sound desperate. Just be like, hey, I know who you are.
I mean,
And
technically, mom
to-
dumped him too. So
Yeah.
To be
Well,
clear,
Mom gave him
Well,
to
mom
dad.
left him with dad, which is a regular thing to do.
Hold on,
Yeah.
this is my dad, my relationship.
information that you've learned up to this point is Alexian was here during the time of calamity.
mhm.
Which
So
is
Alexian
pre-Eritrea.
Alexian is now, almost 900 years old. At least
So your
when
daddy's old.
when the calamity occurred, Grummash destroyed the city of Kal Morel and left the Netherdeep scar that was the only remaining kind of landmark of the bit of calamity that affected all of the lands of Marquet.
I guess you had to be a demigod to be that virile 900 years later.
Mommy.
Excellent timing. Excellent timing.
Come here, Sebastian. Say hi.
Oh my
Oh, that was
God.
That was
Oh my god. That was
Perfect.
which begs the question: how old is Airtrail? The Master of Sands is many centuries old.
Well, it depends. Was he put into like some sort of stasis and was, born?
No,
When was
Airtrail.
that-
I don't know how much of Airtrail's story he shared yet, but Airtrail was delivered to the doorstep of the Serenray Temple in Vasselheim as an orphan child.
Mhm.
When was that battle with all of those undead that the Master of Sands was supposed to have done?
That
long
took
ago was
place. That took place supposedly during the time of Vecna's attempted ascension.
Which was like 50 years ago?
Longer than that, because we're now in the Age of Restoration.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
this is technically the year 900. This is maybe 10, 20 years after the apogee, which took place 30 years, I believe, after Vecna's attempted ascension. So yeah, maybe 50, 75 years ago.
So 50 to 75 years ago, wasn't it just, according to, this is just me, I don't know, I wasn't in the memory of Eritreus, but in his vision, was it she gave him to the Sandman and then went to go and killed all of those undead?
She
No,
gave
is
it
it-
to
the
the
Jinn.
Jinn.
Jinn, sorry, not Jinn.
Yeah,
She's the
yeah.
Master of Sands. Went to
Yeah.
the Jinn. So she handed him off to the Master of Sands and then went to go and kill all of those
Went to face the undead hordes that were coming out of the
Hordes.
desert. Yeah.
So that would
50
suggest
to
that
75 years ago.
Yeah, at least.
So
50.
Eritrea,
You think we can take his tooth out and like cut it in half and see how many
Carbon
rings
date
are
him?
on it? No.
Yeah.
Count the rings on his tooth. Right?
like
you
a
do
tree.
it with a
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah.
I mean, a tooth is better than a bone. I don't want to cut his arm off or something.
Lesser restoration, we can probably reattach a limb.
Poor professor's like, this is not how science works. This is very painful, very painful.
How
I've been
old does
fighting this
Eritrea
level of
look?
misinformation for decades, and I am surrounded by idiots.
How old does Eritrea look?
Early 20s.
Strapping
Early
young
20s.
lad.
Strapping young lad, not 75 years old.
From time to time, he's been described as hot,
Well, yes, especially if he does say so himself.
but he is technically Azamar.
Yeah,
Okay. How long do Azamars live?
they're
Most people don't even know where they come from.
they're part deity,
So, immortal.
but he only has memory of like 10-ish years, right?
But now he
But
does.
he looks older than 10 years.
Well, he remembers it now, but yeah, he only
Yeah.
had a memory of like 10-ish years.
Okay. So
Do
he
you think
could
he was like
easily-
in an egg for a while and he was just, you know? I mean, you might know more about that, Professor, right? He
I
had
don't
wings.
think,
He
I
had
don't think
wings.
he was.
That's so
I don't
racist.
think he was
They
an
said
egg.
Kind of like
incubated.
wringing my
Taking
hands
wings and incubated, you know, and
like my origins.
I
Talking about how
mean-
I was born and I'm standing here awkward.
Oh.
Stasis. He could have been in stasis.
Trejo, what are you thinking about all this?
I think you guys are getting into unimportant details at this moment. But nevertheless, I would like to more. I think it'd be important to contact Alexiar and see why he is in fear of Prodothus.
well, Predathos is the god killer. It just eats gods.
And I
If
mean,
he's a
what
demigod, I mean,
you know, because Crip is clearly tied to this being, and
Crimp is
You know,
also scared of Predathos.
but
No,
isn't he
no.
a vassal?
he's hiding from Predathos.
Yeah.
Oh, you said scared. I heard spirit. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Crimp and Alexion are both scared of Predathos because he's a god killer.
Oh, I mistook my notes.
But we think, hey, it might be really cool to find Predathos' vessel because maybe
Imogen,
he
yeah.
could help us get rid of. She could help us get rid
I
of.
wrote my notes. I completely mixed up my notes.
Oh, okay.
Then ignore my whole comment of I have to kill Crip because that's where that was coming from.
No. I mean, look, still got to kill Cramp.
Well, we
so.
still got to kill him, but not for the same reasons I was thinking.
Okay. This is not related. I just love how Charlie's head is buzzing into my character background through this protection program.
Yeah.
So let's get into the vault and grab some goodies.
Yeah.
Surely we got something in there to help us out. And then Domia, I'm pretty sure we're past 5 minutes. We'll be out of here any minute.
Be patient. He comes walking down the stairs and he's got these 6 ruby red kind of potions gathered up in his hands. Unfortunately, I could only make 6 out of the refinement material that I had and the limited components that I had as well. Each of you may take one. Hands one to Eritrea, Cora, Professor Giancarlo, Melody, and Forn. These will protect you from the effects of the rudium threshold portal, allow you to cross over it as well. Will protect you from the effects once you're inside the Nether Deep for up to 8 hours. That is all the time you have. Get in there, find what you need to find, and then get out. Do you understand?
Certainly.
Very well. I am going
If
to...
if we end up staying in there, what happens to us?
Don't know, to be honest with you. This is merely a preventative measure to make sure nothing bad happens to you. The aberration effect of the rudium inside the Netherdeep, you could grow a 4th arm, a 3rd leg, or 5 eyeballs, or 2 heads. The aberration effect is very random. You can also die instantly, depending on the effects of how long the aberration takes. Other than that, the books do not tell us much more because, well, no one's ever really come back. The only one ever to cross over into the Netherdeep was Alexion, and he's never been seen again.
Oh. I thought he had been seen again.
Maybe they didn't know he was Alexion. He was showing up as a djinn, right? Instead of a
right.
demigod.
I don't know if Master Jaman and the Bright Queen have all their information correct. Yes, we discussed it last night. They seem to think that the Master of Sands was in league with a djinn who claims to be connected to Alexion. I do not prescribe to this divinity cause. I think Alexion was trapped here when the calamity struck. His prayers were not answered. And why should they be? The divinity is not like the arcane, something you can trust. But his prayers were not answered, and he found himself trapped in the heart of the Netherdeep, never to be seen again. Now, the Bright Queen seems to think that Pike, Trickfoot of the Sanray Temple, had discerned that that the Jinn, known as Alexian, and its relationship with the Master of Sands was somehow a union of godhood and mortality that brought about, well, your friend. Sorry, Aerotrail, to speak of you in the third person, but this is all quite ridiculous. If divinity is free to make choices, then they never seem to make the right choice, do they? They always seem to hide behind subtlety and simile and metaphor. I think, unfortunately, that young Aerotrail here is a byproduct of a relationship that was doomed from the very beginning. And do I believe the Jinn is Alexion? No, I do not believe the Jinn is Alexion. However, Jaman and the Bright Queen say that they do believe the Jinn is Alexion and connected somehow. How else would Crimp have found this place and decided that it was important for him to control? After all, if it's true that Crimp is a god forced to walk in a mortal coil to avoid Predathos, well, perhaps there is something in the Netherdeep that he thinks is going to benefit him somehow. I don't necessarily prescribe to any of this. All I know is that magic is magic. The Netherdeep is dangerous. There's something magical inside of it that will give somebody a great deal of magical power, and we need to be the ones that find it, and we need to be the ones that control it, so that it is no longer a threat to any of us, the Bright Queen, or Master Jaman Sa'ord as well.
Well, then, should you come with us instead of Giancarlo?
Oh, no, I will not go into that place. I could be wrong, and I'd rather not die there.
Look, if we try to come out of here and there's a mountain toppled on top of here, we're coming for you.
Yeah, I'd like to see you try. Well, I am going to make my way back towards the Cerulean Palace. I will hopefully see you all on the other side. He walks away, and Jaman just stares at him like, what an odd fellow. Anyways, let's go. Jaman then leads all of you out of the Magic Mansion back into the library of the Allegiance of Allsight down. So you guys are still technically down below. About an hour's walk later, you are back up in Ank'Harel, back up amongst the gardens and walking across the palatial gardens up towards the long stairs that take you up towards the entrance of the Cerulean Palace. Once inside the entrance and foyer area, Jaman then guides you down a long hallway that then dips down another series of stairwells. Before long, you're in this rather large, rounded chamber of pink, yellow, and green marble with a very heavy kind of metal bronze door that seems to be magically locked. Jaman walks up to it. They wave their hand across the face of the door. You watch as a series of sigils collapse. The door kind of breaks open, and then they pull the door handles and open up the vault doors to the interior.
You're not responsible for any like automated flying dragon things around here, are you?
No, why? Do you know of one?
We destroyed one. Well, there might be more. I just
no. That's
you're up here by yourself now.
Not a creature of my making. I prefer not to deal in the realm of tinkering and engineering and things of metallurgy. Not quite my specialty, to say the least.
Well,
glad it wasn't yours.
Actually, I mean, if it was hers, then maybe Crimp wasn't already here. But yeah.
Jaman just kind of shakes their head and ponders what this must mean. They walk inside, open up some boxes and drawers, and come out. I think this is the best thing I can offer you. Since Dormir has made the potions for you to cross into the Netherdeep, I think the best way to safely, or at least give you the best advantage, is each one of you can take these rings of mind shielding. And I can also give you each a ring of psychic resistance as well.
Nice.
Yes. And rather than be stuck to the demeanor and restrictions of potions of water breathing, the last thing I can give you is I can give you each a brooch of water breathing. Lasts up to 24 hours. It will recharge at the beginning of each new day.
Now, this is an odd question. You might not know the answer to it, but the Netherdeep is underwater here, but does it mean that inside the Netherdeep is also underwater?
I have no idea. The journals and the books tell us that it is a plane of its own existence. My guess is no, it is not submerged in water.
Well, that would be nice. All right. Well, I'm grateful. Thank you for the gear. I'm putting my brooch on, trying to fit it on my jacket. We're going back down.
Do you have everything you need, or is there?
What's my next question about to ask the rest of us? We need anything else while we're up here?
Is there anything else we could find or take? I mean, she's up here. Nothing else in the vault we can take.
I mean, Jamon describes that these are the most relevant items that they can give you to help you in this particular journey.
So what just for sake of clarity, what do a ring of mind shielding and a ring of psychic resistance do?
So ring of psychic resistance halves the damage of all psychic damage.
Oh, great.
Ring of mind shielding
and
is
immune to magic, allows creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you're lying, know your alignment, know your creature type. Creatures can only telepathically communicate with you if you allow it. You can take a magic action to cause the ring to become imperceptible until you take another magic action to make it perceptible, until you remove the ring or die. If you die while wearing the ring, your soul enters it, unless it already houses a soul. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife. As long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it. A wearer can't prevent this telepathic communication.
Oh, okay. Are there any... as I slide the ring on, is there any existing soul in the ring?
Doesn't seem to respond to you. Jamon states that during the identification of these rings, they did not contain a soul at the time of identification.
Okay.
Well, we have a place to go. That's cool.
I think we're all set.
Yeah, I used cap of water breathing because it's already an item that exists, and it says we have water breathing. Not that it's even necessary to know that, I guess. Really.
We're using the regular one, not the legacy one. I don't know if there's a difference because I haven't looked at both, but it's the regular one, right?
Correct.
I think they're pretty much the same on those items, though.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
D&D Beyond often will defer between the two contents as legacy versus 5.5. So even if there's a change or not, they're forced to have to put that legacy title in there.
Right. Well,
I think we can pick, the cap of water breathing and then just change it to
a brooch
of water breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh my god, so much lag. There we go. And none of them have attunement, so that's good.
Mind Shield does.
Does it? I don't even see the A.
It's you gotta click it on at the bottom of the inventory screen.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Uh-huh.
Guys, gather up your kit. You end up back down in the library of the Allegiance of the All Site, staring at the keystone entryway that will take you back into the waters of the Kael Moreau, of the sunken city.
I mean, at least when we're in the water, I don't chafe as bad. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to get back in there.
I mean, I'm kind of tired of my fingers and my feet being all wrinkly.
Do they wrinkle while we're in the water, though? Fine. I thought it was just when we come out.
I mean, they're still wrinkly in the water. You just might only notice them more when you're out of the water.
Just imagining the professor going, "Would you two just read a book?" and like walks right through you.
The other two waterfowl just sitting there like,
Look, I read Tough Love 1 and 2, all right? I read a book.
A book.
With that, the keystone flares into life as one by one, the six of you pass through the barrier and now are underwater in the depths of the sunken city. On the fringes of the entry point, that you can still see the thousands of people on the edge of the kelp forest, where you can see their forms hanging from being wrapped around tentacles, kind of dangling. They appear to be lifeless, but they are clearly not lifeless, as you can see that their bodies appear to still have life in them, but their features appear to be more gaunt, drawn in, as if the continuation of whatever these tentacles are doing are drawing the life force from these individuals back towards deep into the kelp forest, where you suspect the Netherdeep portal is, as well as where this aboleth creature might be. So far, you see only the occasional aboleth spawn kind of swim in and out of the different areas of the kelp forest, but you guys have not drawn any specific attention yet. What would you guys like to do?
If you like, we can. You figure we should sneak in there, right?
I think that's right.
I got passed without a trace.
Yeah, go for it.
That'd
Because
be
you probably do better than I would on that roll.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a spell casting roll for starters, and that will be concentration up to an hour, I believe.
Yeah, and I have it prepared. So it's
So you
my spell attack.
Yep,
Correct.
spell attack modifier.
Oh, which dice is not going to hate me today? 8 plus 7.
15. That will go off. Concentration. Pass without trace is now up. Everybody, go ahead and give me a stealth check and add a plus 10 to that stealth check.
No spell slots, so I don't need to check off spell slots. Okay. You said stealth check.
41.
41, of course.
Yeah.
I got a
Corum.
16.
27.
97. Air Trail.
16.
No,
With the plus 10.
Yep.
Yeah. 27.
Ouch. Melody, what'd you get?
I also got a 16 with the plus 10.
Oof. And Jabaltros and Giancarlo.
sorry. The professor rolled a 15 with because
Do you want one for Rhyme Claw?
and Giancarlo got a 26.
Okay. What shape is Rhymeclaw taken for this journey?
Looks like a cat as a
The
fish.
sea lion?
So it's a
Yeah, the sea
mercat.
The sea lion.
Oh yeah, the sea lion. That's right.
It looks
See?
like,
Lion.
but with like a cat head. Yeah, so a sea lion.
Yeah.
Everybody, go ahead and
It's like
give
a
me
catfish.
either perception or survival checks as you begin to scan the fringe area of the kelp forest.
That dice hates me. I'm picking a different one. That dice hates me too.
I got a
Perception or what else?
survival.
Survival or perception.
That's a 28 for perception.
Okay.
I got a dirty. Oh no, wait. What did I get? I got an 18 perception.
Okay.
I had a 12. My dice need to be thrown down the stairs.
I'm with you because I got a 5 because I rolled a 1 plus 4.
Yeah.
That's a different.
I rolled
die
a
than
1.
The last roll. Yeah,
I rolled a 1. I got a 12.
Giancarlo and Professor.
Carlo got a 14. The professor got an 18.
14 and 18. The barrier of the kelp forest is dense and very extensive. It goes very far off into the distance to the point where you can't see where it ends from either right or left. There are the occasional buildings or structures that are on the fringe or edge of the kelp forest, along with rocks and other underwater plant life that kind of exists amongst those rocks. Every now and then you see a school of fish or something move through, and the interval for a aboleth spawn to swim kind of out of the kelp forest, it swims around and disappears into the kelp forest, is about every 15 minutes. You see either maybe 2 or 3 of them swim out and swim back in. You're not sure if they're patrolling or this is just kind of pattern to their behavior. At about 30 feet above the fringe of the kelp forest, you can see where all these tentacles with people wrapped in them are kind of hanging in amongst the kelp forest, and it probably continues on deeply into its interior. The question of the day is, what pathway to go? Go directly into the kelp forest, try to find your way through the dense coverage and see what that exposure causes, or try to find a more specific path.
My memory is that we were specifically told to avoid the kelp forest.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's supposedly populated with merfolk. But so far you've seen no merfolk.
Well,
Probably because all the merfolk are attached to the obelisk.
That's what I was getting ready to ask, if I could take a look up at, like, where as we approach, if all the people that are hung up by the aboleth, if they all look like they're humanoid, not aqua humanoid.
Yeah, none of them look like none of them look like merfolk. So far you've seen no sign of a merfolk at this point.
so our options are kelp forest or
continue along the fringe of the kelp forest and see if something else shows
See
you
if we
another
find a
way in.
path.
You could potentially swim up and over into the heights of the kelp forest, but you already know that you've seen larger groupings of aboleth spawns up there. There could be dozens, if not hundreds of them, kind of swimming in and out of the upper tier of the kelp forest.
So let's swim around and see if there's a path through.
yeah, maybe around the edge.
Okay.
And on the map, we're looking at, like, the point is M17, right?
I think isn't the kelp forest M11 and we're trying to get to M17?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because by the map, it looks like there's just a big giant stairwell going up the middle of it, right?
Yeah. The stairwell does seem like a strong option. I guess it's kind of out in the open. We're trying to be sneaky here.
I mean, we could hug the edge of the stairs and then swim up over the top when we get to the, like, you know what I mean?
Is that an option? Are there really stairs there?
It looks like stairs.
Here, hold on. Let me take a look at that map again.
Yep. Like, the kelp forest and the stairs run parallel with each other up to the thing.
Like we could take the path between the stairs and the kelp forest for sort of maximum coverage.
That's what my thought was. And then when
Yeah.
we get to the edge, like, swim up and over.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think I need that map.
It's in the chat. You got to
It's in
scroll
the
up
chat,
a bit.
but it's like a little while back.
Yeah.
It was on March 1st.
March 1st. Okay. That's not too far back.
Hang on, I was looking the thing up too.
For some reason, I am struggling to find my map. I don't know where I put it, so I have to.
It's March 1st in the Discord.
I
chat.
just posted it in the Discord.
No, yeah, I know, but for some reason, my note recap was not taking me back to that, and that was kind of annoying.
Mm.
Yours, it did not pop up on my Discord. I don't know why.
So the stairs are, as far as you know, you cannot currently see them where you are. Based on what you know about this region and the mapping that you've come across, that is now all covered in kelp forest.
Okay.
The stairs
So
are all-
somehow you have to get through the kelp forest to find where those stairs would be, because that should be the entry to the Netherdeep. That is the rudium portal, and that is supposedly where the aboleth is kind of extending its power from. You guys are currently down in like the M9, or no, you're in like the M7 area. So as far as you know, that's all been overgrown with kelp forest. It shouldn't be that far. It should be nearby, but you get the feeling that something has kind of purposely hidden it from you. It's overgrown the area.
So if we,
Can we
what if
hug
we
the edge?
hug the building, hug M7A, right? Get out of M7A and hug that building around until it ends, and then swim straight opposite away from the building. We should hit the stairs at that point, right?
Yeah, that would be the suspicion.
All right, let's try that.
Give me a fresh round of stealth checks as you guys put that plan into motion.
It's going to be so much better this time.
Yes, please. Better. Be better.
Oh, it is a little better.
I got the same roll.
I'm hungry.
Got a 19 this time.
Got a 37 that time.
Oh,
I managed to do worse. I got a 15. That's 3 different dice I've rolled.
Well, and I'm running point too. So
Cora, what'd you get?
27.
27.
I rolled the same roll.
And Professor and Giancarlo, what'd you guys get?
Giancarlo 28, the professor 17.
17.
And everyone still added 10, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That plus 10, when it's up, it's up. As you guys follow the edge of the kelp forest more back towards where you came into, that's when you begin to believe that the kelp forest has been steadily overtaking the area. And you can even see the fringe of the strata of the underwater area is showing signs of like new growth, almost as if this is continuing to expand towards the different keystone facilities that are kind of isolated from different parts of the overall structure. That's when you see and feel it for the first time, this heavy kind of overwhelming psychic energy, but both your mind shielding ring and your psychic resistance ring prevents you from being immediately affected by this. There is a very clear feeling that a sentient energy is permeating from the edge of the kelp forest. And that's when you see the full kind of effect of a few of the tentacled individuals being held in place the closer you get to that mass. Not only are there more tentacles, but you can even like see the current of the water shifting with the energy as if something very large is just beyond that edge that you can see into. You can see a deep red glow kind of permeating from the interior of the kelp forest. You feel 3 very distinct, overwhelming emotions. You feel this sense of despair. You feel this sense of anger, and you feel this sense of torment. These three emotions are bubbling out of this area of the kelp forest. And if it wasn't, you get the feeling if it wasn't for these two rings, this could be very dangerous to approach.
Does it feel like it's coming from the obelisk?
No. Feels like it's coming from the scar, the red tear of the portal into the Netherdeep.
Okay.
As you guys move towards the edge and begin to silently course through the kelp bed, pushing it aside gently, finding your way after about 10 minutes of getting deeper into the kelp bed, you see the first series of stone stairs that lead up towards what looks to be this massive protrusion of tentacles coming out of the rift of the Netherdeep. The great red scar kind of like boiling with rudium energy. You watch as one of the people in the tentacles is retracted down into the edge of the Netherdeep, and then you watch as its entire physicality transforms into something that you've never seen before. It is then detached from the tentacle, and it kind of lands on the bottom of the water bed, the lake bed. And it seems to kind of move slowly with these distorted features and a physicality of like extreme kind of corruption and change to what they were. Like multiple arms, legs, their rib cages splayed open, their organs being viewable. You could see them kind of just haphazardly, barely moving. And that's when you see another, and then another, and then another, as you realize the entire entrance into the Netherdeep, there's at least 2-3 dozen of these creatures. The great protrusions of the giant aboleth tentacles coming out of the Netherdeep, extending up and into the kelp forest, ever expanding out and beyond. That's when you begin to realize the aboleth is in the Netherdeep. And these are its tentacles being augmented by rudium and jutting out into the kelp forest. Still no sign of merfolk, just these strange corrupted creatures that are kind of slowly coming into existence.
Could the corrupted creatures have once been merfolk?
Maybe.
Can I take a look at them through my scope? Like, I'll just pull out my rifle and just look through the scope towards them.
Yeah, give me a perception check with advantage because you are using your scope.
Guidance. Wait, I don't have guidance.
Look at that, double 8s.
There's a permanent guidance aura on Eritrea within.
Yeah, you always have it as long as you're within 30
Guidance.
feet of Eritrea. You always have that extra D4.
That's a 4. So 12 plus 10 is 22.
Yeah, the corrupted creatures are merfolk. They are the ones being specifically turned into these strange creatures, whether for purpose or the way that their anatomy responds to the rudium magical effect.
They're probably better suited to it because they live here around the scar.
It's possible.
Well,
they survived. Supposedly, they survived the cataclysm. What a fate to survive the cataclysm and be left with this.
Yeah.
I can start shooting them. I mean, we're far enough away.
Are they already dead though?
No, they look alive.
And splayed open?
Well, they look alive. They've just been altered by the magic of the rudium into these kind of necrotic-looking creatures.
That's great.
You suppose it's the collective consciousness of those merfolk that are giving us that torment and despair feelings? It kind of sucks ass.
Yeah, I could see that. Were the merfolk psychic?
Not necessarily. I mean, there's no writings on them being psychic.
But if they've been,
but if they've been with aboleth or near to it, you know.
Well, and the rudium changes people, so it could have changed them to, be psychic. Maybe
it's either them or the aboleth. One of them. I mean, and looking at these guys, they certainly look in pain. I don't know about the aboleth being in pain, but
I mean, there are a lot of them here. We could try and take them out, but maybe it's easier to distract them or to just kind of sneak past them into the rift. Whatever happened to
We
them,
don't want
not want them
to.
to happen, that to happen. They are looking messed up.
We don't want to rock the boat with the aboleth and everything until after we get back, right? Because if we rock the boat and attack them first, they might. The portal might close if we, have to go in and do that.
Should we also take potions right now?
We've already taken them, haven't we?
Nope, not yet.
Not the
Oh, we-
ruidium potions.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
as
definitely.
we're getting close to this, and then looking what happened to them, Foreign is grabbing the potion and starting to figure out.
8-hour countdown.
Mhm.
It's 8 hours, right?
Look,
Okay.
Professor, what about Giancarlo coming with me, and the two of us try and clear the path here, distract them running off to the side, and then you all can get in, and we'll make our way back and get inside. What do you think?
I just turned to him, and Giancarlo's like, "I'll take a plan."
That way, because I can do a little bit of teleporting myself, and we ought to be able to make our way away from these. We don't know if they're smart right now, so
Right.
As you guys are making your plans, you realize you do not see Eritrea anywhere around you.
What? I'll send a message to him. Treo, where are you? Did you get eaten?
Are you dead? No response.
Ah,
I'll try and talk to. But he can't talk back. But I'll be like, "Dude, where are you?" On my token.
Your token does not seem to connect to anything.
what?
What in hell? Look, I didn't say anything. I didn't read anything. There's nothing down here to read. Last time I read something and he walked off like crazy. I didn't do any of that.
And we didn't hear anything that was like him being snatched. He was next to us like a minute ago, right?
As you guys came through the kelp forest, and then you rallied at a point that you could see and began to plan your entry up into the portal. You kind of went back and forth for a few minutes about your plan, but then as you realize you each reach for your potions to drink it, that there's only 5 of you here. So Eritrea's now been missing for at least maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
Well, Eritreo has the ability to cast sending. Does he do so?
He hasn't yet, no.
Looking around for him.
I will
Looking
cast locate object on his mind shield ring.
Okay.
So I gotta roll for it first, but
Yep.
yeah. So cross your fingers. No, that's a 3. So that's not gonna go off. But Cora, you could cast the same thing, I think, because you're also a ranger. But for now, I get to blow up.
Don't blow up.
Yeah,
see
give
what
me a
happens.
D1. Yeah, give me a
100,
D100 on that casting roll, if you would, please.
You know what? I'm gonna roll my bloody dice. So
Things are
Might be
backfiring.
appropriate.
oh my
immediately.
goodness, 96.
Oh,
But that's probably good, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
usually
not-
the higher the better.
Yeah.
Not when you're this close to the rudium.
Yeah.
So you almost rolled total collapse.
Glad that didn't
Total
happen.
collapse is 97 through 100. That's when your body cannot contain the power and you simply die.
Total collapse of the
And
heart.
you immediately disintegrate. But you rolled a 96. In that case, it's arcane explosion. You
great.
and all creatures within 20 feet of you take 48 points of arcane damage.
I say we go back and rest and come at this
More
again.
importantly, it creates a rather interesting explosion of energy from where Foreign is.
Mhm.
That kind of echoes outward for 20 feet, catching all of you and the effect of it. Eritreo, you've been wrapped in this tentacle now for 3 minutes. You don't have a clear memory of how it got around you, but you get the feeling that both those new rings that you're wearing, or the ring of Mind Shield and then the ring of Psychic Resistance, might be the only reason why you're still alive. The tentacle is having a hard time tapping into your psychic condition and your psychic awareness. And every time it tries, you are exposed to the hive mind effect of the thousands of victims that are down here and tethered to the aboleth itself. The aboleth is a representation of thousands of different emotions. It is not representing the three emotions of that the others have experienced. Deeper and beyond the effect that this is having on you is a sense of an entity trapped down in the labyrinth of the Netherdeep. Those three key emotions that you can feel emanating from the Netherdeep do not belong to the aboleth, do not belong to the people. As this hive mind is trying to tap into you, that's when you begin to realize that somebody has dominated the will of the aboleth, drawn it into the Netherdeep, and is using it as a means to expand the Netherdeep's influence. Almost as if trying to widen the portal, make the portal bigger, make it more dangerous, and make it more accessible to those that might be nearby for whatever purpose that might be. But all this is being exposed to you because the tentacle, your resistance to it, it every time it tries to strike into your surface thoughts, every time it tries to tap into your psychic existence, it is resistant. It is bouncing off of you. It is unable to affect you. And within mere moments off to your right, you hear this explosion of energy, some maybe a couple 100 feet away, and creates this like kind of like underwater sonic energy. And the tentacle kind of releases you, and you begin to slowly slip down and drift away. And you feel this wave of energy kind of slam into you as you're no longer being held by the tentacle.
Did I get the impression that this was, this energy creating, kind of binding these people, that it was some sort of curse or anything like that?
No, it felt very much to you that somebody has come up with a way to dominate this aboleth, and it's channeling the aboleth from the other side of the portal to keep all these people in kind of like a psychic stasis, a kind of almost like he's trying to, like someone's controlling the minds of tens of thousands of people through the use of this aboleth, which aboleths are very psychically powerful creatures. So that kind of makes sense. It's creating its own kind of hive mind effect, almost as if they're being kind of held in stasis, as if awaiting something to happen.
Did I take any damage when I was wrapped up?
No. The rings did their job. They kept you from taking both damage and being dominated by the psychic will of the creature. Whether or not that failure has exposed you to anybody else, you're not entirely sure.
I want to do something that might be a little crazy.
Nice.
I don't know if it'll be crazy, but it might be interesting. I want to see if I go back to a tentacle and grab it, if greater restoration will do anything to release this, whatever is causing the trauma to the aboleth.
The casting roll, go for it.
Yep.
I'm so glad Forn's rubbing off on you.
I rolled a 14 plus 8, so 22.
22, yeah. It goes off. You reach out to one of the nearby tentacles, and two things happen when you do that. When you touch the tentacle, the person that was wrapped in it is suddenly free.
Ooh.
They become free from it, and they are currently drowning.
Drowning. Drowning,
Oh.
drowning.
The second thing that happens, you are
Water
assailed
breathing.
by the anger and frustration of an ancient beast, this aboleth. It is under some kind of geese effect that has dominated its will. The energy of your touch courses up. You then watch as another dozen or so people are set free as the tentacles retract, going back inside the Netherdeep. A dozen individuals are barely semi-conscious, but slowly drowning in the water.
And Foreign has all those.
You might have taken some water breathing.
I would imagine everyone could have easily taken a couple dozen apiece.
All right,
For the
I'm
sake
gonna
of,
go.
for
around.
the sake of brevity.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around and try to give all these people water breathing potions.
As you do that, those of you down below suffering from the effect of Foreign's spell failure and the wild magic effect that kind of erupts around you, there's two things you realize. One, spell casting near the Rudium entrance is very dangerous, almost as dangerous as it was inside the temple when you were casting near the Rudium crystal that was recovered. The other thing is you see a cluster of tentacles retract away. A dozen individuals are now free floating, and you could see Eritrea swimming quickly in between all of them, pouring potions into their mouths as best as he can underwater, and then pointing off in the direction of the keystone entrances. And every now and then you see one person recover and begin to kind of like slowly swim back in the direction that you guys came from.
How the hell did you do
What?
that?
So getting blown up wasn't even necessary?
Well, if he got blown up, if we didn't get blown up, he might not have snapped out of it.
Well, that is one possible spin on it.
Eritrea, as you finish aiding all the people and sending them back in the direction that you came from, you look down into the kelp forest and you can see kind of the remains of that area of the kelp forest kind of trickling up after the explosion. And you can see all of your companions down there looking a little rough after what you guessed was a spellcasting failure. You have a history with that. You know it pretty well. So you start swimming down, and before long, all of you are now gathered back together again.
Mass healing word 5th level on my companions.
Go for it.
It is a 9 plus 8, 15.
Well, 9 plus 8 is 17.
Or 6, 17. Jesus, I can't.
But I appreciate your edginess and your reluctance to math. So the mass cure wounds goes off. Go ahead and roll.
So that is mass cure wounds 5d8 plus 11.
Oh.
5d8s. That's 8, plus 11, 39 points back to everybody.
Nice.
Nice. It's almost
Wow.
like he's a healer or something.
Where did you go?
Where were you?
I got captured by one of these tentacles. Be nice if you guys paid attention every once in a while.
It figures that one of those tentacles would reach out and say, I'd tap that.
Core's getting in on the game now. Oh,
But you saw what I did over there. This aboleth is being controlled by something. I cast Greater Restoration. It seemed to release a bunch of these people that were being held.
nearly killed him. Yeah.
Well, we got, thank goodness for these potions. That almost seems like we got them for a good reason, and we got all
Yeah, but
this
there's
other-
thousands of them.
So
We don't have enough potions for thousands of them.
well, we're gonna have to find a way to release them regardless, but we don't want we don't want to release the aboleth yet, right?
Right.
Because that's
So-
what's keeping the portal
it's keeping
open,
the portal open, we can't release the aboleth yet.
and
gotta
we
get
want to
in.
go down into the portal.
But it's good to
Something's
know there's a
really
way.
So, number one, based on form, looks like you may have caused a little bit of an explosion.
Uh-huh.
I
I had the hand raised when you came
Assume
down.
that Thorn did it.
with my history, I don't even want to attempt to greater restore everybody because I might not be able to do it every single time. I tend to fail at casting spells from time to time. It seems to be awfully volatile here, so
Yeah, it hurt a lot. Thank you for that, by the way.
of course.
Did the merfolk things react at all to the to either the restoration or the explosion?
From what you saw, Arturo, they did not, and from what you can certainly see, they did not. The merfolk constructs or aberrations, the merfolk aberrations, are not connected to tentacles. They are just swarms of aberrations that appear from time to time. They kind of wander in front of the entrance of the Netherdeep.
Like the explosion didn't even like.
It didn't go that far out. I mean, it only went 20 feet out, and then created like a concussive kind of water to kind of like boil outward, but it faded pretty quickly. For whatever reason, the aboleth spawns don't appear to be very dense here. You get the feeling that maybe all the aboleth spawns are further away at the fringes of the kelp forest. The merfolk aberrations seem to be guarding the initial entrance into the portal, while the spawn are supposed to either maintain or guard the fringes of the kelp forest itself. You guys are kind of in that in-between zone where you could kind of fuck up a little bit and not be immediately recognized.
Okay.
Well, now that we're all back together, we go with the original plan. Me and Giancarlo kind of sneak up there and make some noise, distract those things, and y'all can get inside, and we'll come figure out a way to join you.
That sounds good. Just as a possible alternative distraction, I could cast thaumaturgy and make some loud sound or something 30 feet away from us so you wouldn't have to expose yourselves. Or I could do that in addition to whatever you're doing.
If it's 30 feet, they'd be within range of us, like sight range of us by that point, right?
Yeah,
I need everyone to make intelligence saves with advantage because you have the rings of psychic resistance.
and +5.
Yep. For being near Melody.
And +4 for being near me.
They don't stack. So it's either or. Either the +4 or the +5.
Oh my god.
Well, the guidance would stack, wouldn't it? Or would guidance?
No,
not
this is a save, not a
Save,
skill
okay.
check.
17 plus 5 plus 2 is
I rolled a 19, but I am a dum-dum -1, 18.
All right,
Is
so
that
Air Trail with
five.
Oh, +4. Oh, yeah, or +5,
+5.
so 23.
23. Very good. What'd you get,
24.
Melody?
I got a 7.
7.
I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Ooh,
24.
24 for
Think-
Cora.
Thinking about
I need
it,
one. I need one for Rhyme Claw as well.
Ooh. Rimeclaw's stat block is not good.
What do you get?
Intelligence. Checking. Intelligence is -1. 7.
7. Okay. Professor and Giancarlo. You're on mute.
31 for Professor and 22 for Giancarlo.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually 31 for the professor. I couldn't map, but yeah, that 20 plus 11.
And what did
John
Forn
Carlos.
get?
24.
24.
Now,
There is an immediate wave of psychic energy that bubbles and protrudes out as like a great tidal wave of energy from the entrance of the Netherdeep. almost as if whatever Eritreo's interaction did finally reached down into whatever the origin or source of this is. And when this overwhelming sense of energy comes pulsing out, all of you are immediately safe from its effects, with the exception of Rhymeclaw and Melody. The first thing you notice is that how many hit points does Rhymeclaw have?
60, I think.
60? He would still be there. So he'll take 42 points of psychic damage. However, Melody will take 42 halved to 21 because she has psychic resistance.
Nice.
But Melody, it exposes you to something that you weren't quite prepared for. You have a vision of an individual in 3 states of emotional constraint.
Ooh.
One is of vengeance, one is of torment, and one is... Let me pull that, make sure my notes are right on that one.
Despair?
And yes, one is torment, one is of like a callous kind of stoic look, and the other one is kind of an angry, disparaging kind of look. They are all the same people, but at different ages. One is young, one is middle-aged, and one is elderly. This is the first time you begin to realize that you think this might be Alexion.
Oh.
And his psychic energy is emanating now from the entrance of the Netherdeep.
There's something in there. It feels like three people, but the same person. Stoic, tormented, and angry. Treo, I think it might be your dad.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe Dormir was right. Is he actually trapped down here?
He could be. I mean,
If that's the case, he's been out here for a while.
He's been down here a long time.
well, at that, I don't know how much it's going to help. I'm hesitant to reach out to him with sending, because if he's in this type of state, I don't want to give him too much information that could freak him out.
I think we should go in. We should go in and try and get more information.
Yeah.
But that messed me up.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on you at a 5th level.
Thank you.
Nat 20.
Hey.
Nice. That
There we
also
go.
means the next spell that you cast is automatically a success.
This
So
is
make
gonna
it high level.
10d8 plus 11. So you should hopefully
That should do it.
feeling good afterwards. Where are my d8s?
It's a lot easier to take damage knowing that you don't run out of spell slots now.
Right?
Well, and having an aura of life cleric as well is nice.
Yeah, because that maximizes those healings.
I don't.
Very true.
I like the way the Grave Cleric heals. Max dice rolls if you're down,
Oh, that's cool.
but only.
So
if
you guys
you're
gonna
down.
make
Otherwise, you have
one-
to roll for it.
So you guys making one final group stealth check just to make your way into the entrance, or are you still going with the distraction attempt?
If we do this distraction, I can summon a beast and send it to distract.
Let's
If
try
we
a
don't wanna-
distraction.
I like the beast idea. I mean, I don't mind to be the distraction. That was my idea to begin with. But if you can summon a beast to be
Yeah,
distracted,
I can summon a beast to be a distraction.
What do you wanna
Melody,
summon?
that's 51 points back to you.
Thank you.
Summon beast.
I could try to summon a beast too.
It
I
says
can summon
air,
a beast
land,
too.
or water, so I can summon a beast that
I can do it.
looks like Rhymeclaw.
I'm going to
and
say
it's
try
okay.
because the way I've rolled, you know.
Okay.
You
You guys watch as Cora
Second level.
brings a rather. Is it a spell or is it ability?
It's a
that you
spell.
have?
It's a
Okay,
spell.
give me a spell casting roll for starters.
It's a 10 plus 3. I barely made
15.
it.
Hey, you made
Okay.
it though.
This is a second level spell. So
Yeah.
Made it by 1.
What's your spell attack modifier?
3.
It's not prepared.
It's not prepared.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. What would this beast look like, do you think? Like
I'm gonna make it look exactly like Rhymeclaw because it's
only like a large version of a sea lion, like a
it says small beast.
so you're gonna send a sea lion down into the merfolk to try to draw them away. I feel like since it's a beast you summon, animal handling is not necessary.
No, creature is an ally to you and your allies in combat. The creature shares your initiative.
Yeah.
Its turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal commands. No action required by you. If you don't issue any, it takes a dodge action and uses its movement to avoid danger.
I'm going to say the aberrated merfolk do not pass their insight check. You watch as a rather large group of them begin to shamble and follow after the beast that you summoned into the kelp forest. There is a path that's been cleared, but you'll still have to make a stealth check to make it through that path. But there is one that's been cleared.
All right.
Is that
a concentration spell?
Yes.
No, summon beast is.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm looking. Casting time 1 action, concentration up to 1 hour. Yes.
Okay.
So pass without a trace is now
Pass
gone.
without a trace drops.
Yep, but I do have it prepared. So.
All right, go ahead and give me a spell casting roll as you cast it to replace it.
Don't roll anything awful. That's a 17 on the roll, so that's
Nice.
good.
Woo,
Yeah.
cast it.
So everyone give me a final round of stealth checks, if you would, please.
Oh,
Both the
that was
boards go
much
up.
better.
We get a plus 10.
Plus
Yep.
10.
So
I got
dirty
40.
20, I got a 30, 30.
Nice.
I got a 40, 40.
I got a 28 because I have a plus 22 to stealth.
Nice.
Oh.
A 28
Yeah, I was
with a plus
going
22.
Jabatros and Giancarlo, what'd you get?
Both got 23s.
Nice.
Mommy, there's a butterfly.
I haven't been rolling stealth for Rhymeclaw. Does it matter?
In my bone.
If Rhymeclaw is going to follow you in, Rhymeclaw uses stealth check
I
as
am
well.
rolling stealth for Rhymeclaw.
We
What'd
don't
you get,
have
Melody?
I got a 13.
Oh.
I got a nat 20 and a nat 1, but I roll at disadvantage.
Oh. Ouch. Okay.
She's trying to kill us.
You're right.
What did Rhymeclaw get?
I'm looking up his stealth bonus. Stealth is plus 7. Okay. So 17, 27.
27. As all of you begin swimming and moving cautiously towards the edge of the pathway that's been cleared, you get up into the denser parts of the kelp bed. Just as you get to the edge of the portal, you begin to realize that the psychic energy coming out is getting more intense. The rudium stone, however, is not having any effect on you. You watch as a couple fish inadvertently swim across the rudium, kind of like stone that's on the edge of the portal. And you watch as they get twin-headed, multi-eyed. Their surface of their skin gets all kind of aberrated and changed. One like just goes dead and bellies up towards, out of the kelp forest. The other one kind of swims off in an awkward pattern. All of you successfully cross the threshold. As you cross the threshold, all of you hear like a sound, like this thud sound. You watch as Melody drags her boot across one of the stony protrusions of the portal, and it gives us this little underwater echo that echoes out. You watch as dozens of those aberrated creatures turn from the depths of the kelp forest to kind of look at you But you guys are already across the threshold and beginning to kind of make your way down into the entrance of the portal. One by one, each one of you enter the portal. Just as the creatures begin to swarm, Melody is the last one that makes it in. There's a moment where she's almost not in, but then the hand that grabs under her ankle kind of breaks through, and all 6 of you are now tumbling end over end, end over end, end over end, until whoosh, you land in a chamber of all darkness. It is pitch black. You feel yourself kind of...
Are we still in water?
You're not in water anymore. That much you know. The area around you is kind of maybe 6 inches deep in stagnant water. There are red, black, and kind of these intense lesions of flesh that are coursing through the initial chamber that you're in. And what was once lightless is now becoming kind of exposed to the red and black light that's kind of permeating from the nearby walls of the chamber that you're in.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because the my cat is semi-magical, would he have been affected by the rudium? So if he would have been affected by the rudium, I would dismiss him and then be able to bring him back when we get to where
keep
we're
in
going.
mind the labyrinth is also a continuation of the rudium effect.
Okay.
So being in the Netherdeep leaves you perpetually exposed to rudium.
Exposed, right. Okay.
I would say as he crossed through the portal, he would have winked out of existence from the effect.
Okay. All right. That was, I'm like, oh, we didn't do a potion for him. Okay.
Yeah, but right now you guys are in what looks to be a 80-foot long by 40-foot narrow chamber. There's another tunnel entrance that seems to go off into yet another chamber beyond. The light, the energy here is very kind of like almost like techno dancing strobe kind of black and red light that's kind of reflecting off of the interior chamber that you're currently in. And there is this persistent sense of overwhelming psychic energy that's just kind of omnipresent, always there, kind of pulsing. And excuse me.
Forgive me. What's providing the light?
Just the lesions on the wall.
Yeah, the walls are like these red and black pulsing lesions of energy, flesh, maybe. It's hard to tell. Something in between.
Like, how much light does it give us? Like, can we just basically see the walls?
Is it dim light?
It is dim light. Yeah, it's very dim light.
I have really good dark vision. Plus,
Yeah, I have dark vision too.
I have no
Right.
dark vision.
Do not have dark vision.
I also have blind sight. So
I have no blind
Do you
sight.
see anything beyond this dim light? Beyond this
There
wall?
does appear to be these 2 awkward-looking statues on the opposite side of where you guys are. You can see that they're headless statues with kind of weird red and black tentacles that have crystallized up onto the statues. And then in between the statues, emerging from the 12 inches of stagnant water, these stairs emerge up into yet another tunnel that seems to lead into yet another chamber.
Do the statues look like they were originally headless or like the heads broke off?
Give me investigation as you get closer to check.
I'll pull out a lantern and press.
I'm going to cast light.
Oh, okay.
30,
even
20.
better.
Light forms on the edge of any item that Eritrea picks.
What should I
Um,
touch?
Yeah, it looks like they were broken off.
Okay.
Eritra's
Are they
gonna
on the
touch
ground anywhere?
herself to light up.
I'm just gonna touch my nose. It's gonna be a real Rudolph effect.
Rudolph. Rudolph the. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rudolph the misfiring Asimar.
What? Now you're just making up funny shit.
Yeah.
Should we go forward?
I don't mind.
Is the portal behind
sneak-
us?
Yes.
Can we go back? Like, is there a?
It's still open, yeah. It's still
But it's
open.
above us, isn't it?
Yes, it's like above you because you fell through it. So
Yeah, we
looking
fell,
up, you could see
How high
the maybe 10, 20 feet up in the air.
Okay. Are there stairs
It's
that
also
lead up to it? I
filled.
mean,
It's
seems
also
like a problem
filled
for
with
another
these
time.
like massive tentacles that are protruding back out upwards, and the tentacles are emanating from this like they are made up of the wall, like they're attached to the wall, protruding up into the gateway. The tentacles run along the floor, the tunnels deeper into the caverns that you can't quite see. The source of the aboleth is deeper in here somewhere.
Huh. So the aboleth is actually in here, not out
Somewhere,
in the
yeah.
kelp forest.
Correct.
Interesting. I'm glad you didn't shoot the not aboleth out in the kelp forest.
And now I wonder what would have happened.
You probably would have exploded the rudium or something and made the
Wouldn't be
portal
the-
close
It wouldn't be the first time.
and released 10,000 people at once, and then they all drown.
I'll start slowly picking forward, sort of down this hallway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as you
I'm-
come, you guys watch as Melody kind of like begins to walk
Quietly.
towards the Cora where she's examining the statues. The stairs lead up to the entrance of yet another chamber beyond, but there's a strange kind of blinding reddish light that kind of exists between the stairs finishing and the chamber beginning.
Can we hear anything?
No, it's pretty quiet. The
Any
tentacles
water?
continue on. You can see the tentacles kind of disappear into the red light. It's drier up here near the entrance of this other chamber and tunnel that exits the main chamber that you're currently in.
Okay.
Can Giancarlo do an Arcana check and just see if anything stands out to him? Just anything that's
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
yeah.
Are obelisks magical? If we cast detect magic in here, is the obelisk going to glow?
What obelisk?
The aboleth.
Obelisk. The aboleth.
Oh, the aboleth?
Tentacles.
I mean, not necessarily.
Okay.
Giancarlo got a 17.
17.
I don't want to go blind.
There is a feeling that these chambers are the after effect of a magical kind of circumstance. Giancarlo recognizes that the entry into the next chamber is passing into some kind of psychic barrier or passing into a psychic portal. There's a good chance that passing into the next room may create some kind of psychic awareness.
So he'll go ahead and tell that. to
Psychic
the,
awareness of someone else's? Or
Possibly
psychic awareness of ours?
of somebody else.
Crap. So that could tell someone that we're there.
I don't know, but I think maybe we're feeling Treo's dad here.
Do you think it's Eritreo's dad down here?
The vision that I had, it felt like it was Alexion. There may be other people here too. I don't know, but I think the suffering is coming from him.
Well, he's the one that's rumored to have gone in and never come out, right?
Yeah.
That would make sense. Okay. So,
So
should we send Eritrea in first?
I mean, I do have dark vision and a light, so yeah.
Look,
I mean, I'm
I'll follow you, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not gonna leave you.
I'm
behind.
willing to press.
Nowhere to go but forward. Yeah, we got to go forward.
Yeah, we're all going forward. It's just the order. If it's his dad and he's going to attack someone, I mean, if it's Eritrea going in, he may not. Because maybe he recognizes that that's his son. If it's him.
Maybe.
But part of me doesn't want to send our cleric in first.
why don't we send one of our paladins, like the beefy guys with all the armor and stuff, like Professor volunteer to go first.
I mean, I'll go first. I have no problem, but I feel compelled to go, just because of the connection.
Let's send
Yeah, I
in.
can
How about
go
we
first.
send in
I'll
Treo and
go-
a paladin first?
I'll go. Well, okay. I'll go with him too.
Do we have a paladin?
We got two.
We have 2 of them.
Got it.
2 rangers and
Okay.
2 paladins and a cleric.
We're stacked.
What could possibly go wrong?
I should know that.
Wait, who's the
Okay.
other ranger? It's
I am.
Giancarlo is a.
I'm a
Oh,
ranger.
and a rogue.
I'm a ranger
rogue.
rogue.
Okay, my bad.
Is Giancarlo also a ranger? Do we have 3?
2 rangers,
Giancarlo
2
yeah,
rogues, 2 paladins, a cleric, and an artificer.
And I'm also
There's only 6 people.
And a level 2 monk. Don't forget that.
And a monk,
Oh,
and a wizard, and
and they all walk into a bar.
and it's only 6 people.
Yeah.
A horse and shark at the bar watch as 2 rangers, a rogue, two paladins, and a cleric walk into a bar.
And the bartender says, "Why the long face?"
Eritrea, you walk through first.
Yes.
Everyone else quickly behind you. As you walk through the barrier and into the next chamber, all of you are standing on the outskirts of the most stunning elven city that you've ever seen. It is overwhelming, but you're in a forested outskirts of it. The tropical environment, familiar but different. Looking up at the bright sky, you can see tucked in amongst the trees a rather pleasant looking cabin. Leaning in the door jamb of the cabin and watching a young child play is an elven woman looking down at a young child who is sitting cross-legged and playing with some toys. She glances up at the sky. As you follow her glance up at the sky, you can see the meteor trail of a red meteor streaking through the far distance of the day sky. And you hear the woman's voice kind of call out, "Alexion, don't worry. It doesn't mean anything." "You don't know that, Mom. All the elders have been worried about it. What if it is something?" "Well, I would imagine if it means anything, we will be told, and we'll be given the proper information to do what's intended. Now, back to your studies." "Oh, Mom." Alexion stands up, Alexion walks through the door into the cabin, and the mom glances a little apprehensively up at the meteorite, that's the comet that is streaking through the sky, shakes her head as if it's nothing to worry about. As soon as the 2 of them disappear back into the cabin is a ruined wreck. And amongst that ruined wreck, the backdrop of a city cast down upon itself, a forest obliterated in all directions. And the only thing that you can physically see amongst the ruin of the cabin is a cradle, a child's cradle. It's maybe 3 foot long by 2 foot wide, and there is a mote of light emanating from the interior of the cradle. all of you begin to feel an overwhelming sense of suffering. Deeper, more rooted, more
Is it coming from the cradle?
pervasive. It feels like it's coming from the cradle.
Eritrea, I think that might be your dad.
Yeah, I'm compelled to go walk towards the cradle.
You watch as Eritrea walks up towards the ruined cabin, crosses the threshold inside. Eritrea, you're now looking down into the cradle, and inside the cradle is this small tennis ball size mote of round light emanating with a kind of pink and red hue of energy. There is an intense amount of suffering just boiling off of this moat.
That sounds bad.
You wouldn't happen to have some way to calm the emotion here, would you?
Ooh, do you have calm emotions?
Personally,
Do we have calm emotions?
I
Is
don't
there a
have it
spell?
equipped,
That's
so
a
I
spell,
can.
right?
You have a nat 20 spell left over.
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, would this would the moat be considered a person for purposes of spellcasting?
Say that again.
Would the moat be considered a person for purposes of spellcasting?
It's an item, an object of
So-
energy.
Worth a shot.
Oh, good question.
Does it look liquid? Could we put it in a vial?
Mommy, I'm letting.
A vial of soul holding? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's about the size. It's a mote of light about the size of a tennis ball.
Can I try to cast calm emotions on it?
Certainly try. Yeah, give me a spellcasting roll.
I automatically goes off because
That's right.
20 I rolled.
As the spell successfully triggers, you get the feeling that it simply just doesn't affect the moat. The moat pulses a little bit brighter when the spell hits it, but you still get that same sense of suffering pouring off of it.
Can everyone else feel that suffering, or is it just me?
Everyone can feel it, but now that you're standing next to the moat, you feel its greater intensity.
You want to try to pick it up?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and I'm trying to think of what I want to do if I pick it up. Do I want to eat it?
Gloves of deity don't kill me?
If it's your dad, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick up this ball of light.
I mean, I'll glance over at the Aarakocra like, is that something y'all do? We don't do that.
As you pick up the ball, this mote of light, and you feel it in the palm of your hand, you have a vision of a very distraught Alexian praying the inside of a temple. He is begging the gods for help. He is pleading for the gods for help. He is not the image of a child anymore. He's the image of a much older person who is about to watch their entire civilization come to an end. They are beyond suffering. There are distinct emotions of anger and vengeance permeating as well. There's this deeper feeling that these other two emotions should be somehow transparent to you, but they're not. They're there, but they're deep beyond this kind of point in where you are. This feels like a fragment of the tormenting of Alexion that was left behind after his destruction, or after the city's destruction, or the failure of the gods to save the city. But there's this almost immediate connection that you feel to some of these other two emotions, the idea of anger and vengeance, much deeper, farther into the Netherdeep. And then the mote simply fades into the palm of your hand, and disappears.
Guys,
You okay?
yeah. I mean, I saw a little bit of my father's past, and he was in deep distress, pleading the gods to help his wherever he came from, and to save it. And I
Was he
feel like
from
the
another?
vengeance and the torment and are further down here, and
Could I roll? Or is it night sky or day sky right now? After the devastation, are we seeing night sky or day sky above us?
It's a red and black sky of indeterminate understanding. It's almost as if you're inside of a
Apocalyptic sky.
Yeah, but you're inside of a psychic awareness of it. You're experiencing Alexion's memory. Is what you're experiencing.
Gotcha. If I could see stars, I was gonna try and roll nature to be like, is this recent stars or is this a long time ago looking?
Past stars.
So
How long ago was Alexion supposed
player
to
wise, I've got an idea of where I think I am, right? But character wise, I'm certain Foreign is not sure. So gosh, history sucks.
all right. So I want to progress further towards these other emotions.
All right.
Yeah, where do we feel more coming from?
Is this like a
As you
straight
guys-
line? Go ahead.
Yeah, like as Airdro steps away from the cradle to turn back towards you where you guys are standing, everything shifts. You're back into another kind of small chamber filled with black and red light. The tentacles, protruding deeper down further tunnels and into other chambers. You get the feeling that this is the Netherdeep labyrinth that Dormir was speaking of. That these emotions of Alexion's are buried deep. This first one that you ran into, suffering, this is the suffering of something that happened, and this mote of that suffering was left behind. The feeling that the other emotions are deeper are a little disconcerting, but they're pervasive. You could feel them a trail. Now that you specifically have this mote of suffering within you, you feel this deep connection with something very, very far along into the depths of the Netherdeep. And as you guys continue walking through halls and chambers, you're finding remnants of memory. You walk through a memory of a drow hunting party, and there's a young teenage Alexion with them. You watch as the captain of the drow hunting party is mauled to death by two owlbears. And there's this sense of suffering that kind of comes along with that vision that kind of pops into existence, and then it fades. There's a sense that Alexion is different from all these people. These are all drow and orc that share this memory of you walking through his memory. You step into another memory where two drow are talking to an orc of noble heritage. They seem to be arguing about why would you ever take and protect a child of Rudius. You then watch as that memory fades, and it's just all of these young teenage memories of wherever Alexion was involved, suffering followed him. Until you get through all these memories and chambers, and you're like midway through this labyrinth of the Netherdeep. And here you find yourself in a chamber that kind of is different. In this chamber, you stand in the middle of the remnants of somebody's personal possessions and the life that was attached to these personal possessions. There is a kind of urn in the middle of the room that seems to be the only device that's somewhat normalized, but the lid of the urn is removed, and etched on the side in Sylvan Common is the notion of innocence, the loss of innocence. Somebody has come through here, taken the lid off the urn, and you get the feeling Eritrea retrieved a mote that might have been inside the urn. Maybe one that could be possibly linked to regret, vengeance, anger. There should have been a mote here waiting for you, and it is not. Somebody has acquired it and moved on deeper into the Netherdeep.
Is there any indicator, anything left behind, or any trace, like...
Someone can give me a survival check, see if you notice anything.
Did they drop
give-
a piece of paper that says, I was here, or so-and-so was here?
I'll give a bardic
14.
to whoever wants to roll survival.
Oh, wait.
I've got a
I
plus
rolled
6
survival.
I rolled survival. I got that 20.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
What was your total for that?
22.
Was that for Professor or Giancarlo?
Giancarlo.
I
Giancarlo.
got a 26.
Okay. And what'd you
That's
get,
my guidance.
Giancarlo?
It's 22 with a nat 20.
Okay.
I got a 30.
Always the
You
one up.
find a business card that says "Crit" on the ground.
The
Rolled
two
a
of you,
15.
as Cora and Giancarlo begin to examine the ongoing hallway into the next series of chambers. Once again, always connected to tentacles. The surface of the chambers all the same, black and red light, fibrous and fleshy lesions. The tentacles go ever deeper along the roofline of the different kind of, very kind of Stranger Things vibe with the kind of constant following of all of this fleshy surface deeper into the Netherdeep. Giancarlo and Chorus find distinct footprints. They are metal shod boots. One has a distinct limp about it. It also has a kind of metallic imprint to the boot as well, and a small kind of copper little bit of metal in and amongst the footprints. This could be crimp that's been through here.
Can we tell how long ago?
Within the last maybe 3 or 4 days.
So recently.
Not as recent
Are
as
there-
today, but in the last 3 or
Are
4
there...
days.
So they're going one way. Are there any return?
There are no return footprints. They are a singular path going deeper into the Netherdeep and into the ongoing chambers beyond.
Okay.
I think we got to move on
We-
quick, guys.
Might get our wish on killing Crimp. Or die trying.
Yeah, I want to keep progressing quickly
Let's go.
Okay.
at haste.
As you guys continue on, you come into what feels like you pass through other chambers until at last you get to a chamber that shows a statue of Alexion. The statue has an open right hand and a forearm that stretches across its chest as if intended to hold something across its arm. There appears to be the continuation of chambers beyond that goes deeper into the Netherdeep as well. More tentacles, more flesh, more everything that this place is. But Eritrea, as you stand here in this chamber, you feel a distinct feeling of what could only be called pity, an intense emotion of pity. But there's something about the statue, there's something about the way it's positioned that kind of reminds you of something.
And it had its hand out, and then how else was it displayed? I was taking
Its forearm is across its chest, and its hand is out as if to hold something.
What was the stance of that statue of your mom?
Can't remember.
This actually feels more recent. Like there was a statue in a temple that Professor retrieved something from.
Yeah, there was a feather and a shield, right? Or
Yeah,
the feather was
so I can try,
inside.
It was a spear and shield
Professor?
that he retrieved.
Spear and a shield.
Professor, what did you do with that statue?
I mean, all I did was God, sorry, I don't remember. It's been 2
You
weeks.
took
Took
off
the
the
shield
spear and
and the
shield.
spear.
Took the shield and the spear, and I was given a metallic feather.
That's where the feather was.
So maybe, does it look like his arm is like this because he is supposed to have a shield, and his hand is like this because he's supposed to have a spear?
Kind of looks like it.
We try it out.
I'll try it out. I'll take my shield and spear off, and I'll put them in his hands.
Yeah, you watch
Where's the
as
metallic feather imprint on his back?
It's
you
a
watch
key.
as Professor places the shield on the forearm and then places the spear in the hand of the statue. You watch as the statue's face changes, one from like a stoic visage. Its mouth opens as its face changes to pity, and you watch as a mote of light appears in the mouth of the statue.
Ooh.
Treo, you're up.
I grabbed the light.
You watch as Atreus steps up, grabs out of the mouth of the statue the mote of light. You're immediately just overwhelmed with the feeling of pity, loss, regret, and that mote kind of dissolves into your hand. You then watch as the statue kind of just goes rigid again, both the spear and shield dropping to the ground.
Professor, you want to take those back?
Yeah, I'm taking this back.
I don't see any visions behind that. I just had this feeling of pity and loss and regret.
Yeah. And it looks like the tunnels and chambers continue on deeper and deeper.
Owen.
Yeah.
I would say at this point, you guys have consumed an hour of your 8 hours.
All right. Let's be
So
speedy.
you're now down to 7 hours.
Let's rock and roll.
All right, we push forward.
As you guys push forward through the remaining chambers and the remaining memories that assail you, there is a feeling that you've been walking through Alexion's memories. This child of Rudius was brought here to be protected, but the orc god Gramash found the child of Rudius and punished the city for them protecting this child. Alexion must have died here at the end of it all. But with his forsaken nature of the gods not listening to his cries and pleas, these memories and these fabrications of what happened and the destruction of this place kind of coursing by all of you until all of you stand at the entrance of a massive chamber. And at the very center of the chamber, you can see the most grotesque representation of an aboleth that you've ever seen. Its fleshy form protruding hundreds of these thick mucousy tentacles out into the very nature of the labyrinth itself. Attached to the aboleth, this black and gray and red fleshy like cocoon that is pulsing almost like a massive spider's nest. Just this 20-foot diameter pulsing cocoon that is vibrating with energy, color, and psychic waves of energy coming from it. Standing in front of this fleshy cocoon, you see the frozen, paralytic form of Crimp. He holds a mote of light in the palm of his hand. He seems to be in the midst of a ceremony in the direction of the fleshy cocoon. Maybe it failed. Maybe it's the wrong mode of light. Whatever he did, he's now paralyzed, unable to move.
I kind of want to loot him.
Well,
Look, I mean, after I take all his stuff.
Why do you need to keep him alive to take his stuff?
He's been torturing us. I mean, he's probably being tortured.
About 100 feet up ahead of you.
I mean, we just open up the portable hole, throw him in, and then we have all of his stuff, and he dies in like 10 minutes.
let's find out what he was trying to do.
Yes. Yeah. Is there, like, as we get closer, do we feel anything more as I approach closer?
The emotions become overwhelming. Suffering, torment, vengeance. Suffering, torment, vengeance. It's over and over again. Every step is a heavy footfall. Every effort is difficult. The mote of light pulses with energy. The closer that you get, You guys watch as the mote of light leaves Crimp's hand, floats over, hovers in front of Eritrea, and simply slams in to Eritrea's chest. You watch as the flesh-ridden cocoon in front of you begins to pulse heavily and then suddenly rip apart. As it rips apart, you watch as three motes immediately leave Eritrea's body. The first mote turns into the form of Alexion as a young child. The second mote turns into a form of Alexion as a young adult. The third mote forms into Alexion as an older man. All three versions now stand in front of you with different distinct looks on their face. The very young Alexion, a face of pity and loss. The Alexion of adult years, looking very kind of tormented and angry. And then the elder Alexion, looking to be very vengeful and purposeful in his distinction of the idea of wreaking havoc and vengeance on the gods that caused this to happen to him and his people, the death of his parents, the death and the destruction of a city that protected him and took him in. These three Alexions turn towards all of you and speak in unison. Why have you come? You serve no purpose here. Our plans are already in motion. Exandria will suffer for its allegiance to the gods. We have already determined the fate of this place. This pitiful creature attempted to sway me and did not understand their purpose. However, you bring all three of my consciousnesses back to me. Why have you come? Why and what is your purpose here? And then all three of the different aged Alexions look at all of you with this kind of sense of inquisitiveness mixed with anger, pity, torment, psychic waves of energy just kind of pouring off these three images.
Dad?
All three of the faces turn to stare at Eritrea.
Father, do you not recognize me?
I have borne many children over the centuries.
Harsh.
I recognize that your heart is of my consciousness, but I don't recognize a name attached to your heart.
Do you recognize the Master of Sands?
The elder of the Alexions kind of softens their facial features for a moment, and just the elder speaks. Oh, my Jinn form is familiar with the Master of Sands. She comforted me during my time of loss, and we stayed together for quite some time. If I recall, she rode off to battle and left me with a child that I cared for some time before I gave it to the Lady of Light. Gave it to the lady known as Serenray. For she foretold of a child that will bear the weight of a vessel and bear the weight of my own torment. Are you here to free me, child of the Master of Sands? Have you come to allow me to leave this place and seek my solace beyond the confines of this prison?
I'm here to free your soul, to be at peace.
Give me a persuasion check on that one, if you would, please.
I'll give him a bardic if we can.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Does
It's a
bardic
deep-
and guidance get stack?
Yeah, they can. Absolutely.
Ah,
This
Take a
is a
D4
persuasion
and
check,
and
so you get a
D8.
What's your
D4 on
bardic?
top of a
D8?
D8.
Yeah.
Oh, let me. Oh, D8. Brings everything. Oh, sick. So I rolled a dirty 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20. The younger Alexion steps forward. Don't listen to that old fool. He is so mired with vengeance and anger, he sees no light at the tunnel. He only sees an opportunity to destroy the gods for their failure to help us when we needed them. The younger Alexian stands in front of you, Eritrea, looking up at you with a kind of pitiful look on its face, staring up towards you. What would you do in my place, Eritrea, if you would have known that these people would have given you shelter and safety, that it would have brought their doom and downfall? What would you have done in my stead?
I would have relied on my friends to continue to provide comfort and assistance to those I cared about. I would help them. I would have them help me try to maintain order and peace.
The middle version of Lexion steps forward with a kind of smirk and disdain on his face. What good are friends amidst the chaos of the gods? Look at this place. Look at this prison and look at what they did to our city. All they did was seek to give me comfort, and look at the penalty that these people paid for that. They sheltered me as a child, gave me food, gave me education, gave me purpose. And in the elderness of my age, all they showed me was that I am only capable of seeking vengeance for what they did. You tell my younger self that you would seek the aid of your friends. What if you were to discover that the gods do not care about your friends? They do not care about your family. They do not care about anything other than what you're about to suffer. Rumash sundered this place because they sheltered me. Knowing what has happened and knowing that your friends would fail, what would you have done in the stead?
Sorry, dog's going crazy right now. Even if my friends failed, the fact that there are those that care and have compassion would lead me to believe that there is more of that in the world. You have to hunt and seek those that will care and provide you comfort. We must rely on our own wills, even when the things we've always relied on may fail us. I would still find comfort in those that care for me and I care about, even if the world fell apart around me.
The elder Alexion smirks at that with a sense of contempt. You would have me believe that if your friends, family, and those that believed in the idea of what they did, this is what got them killed. Sheltering a child of the Rudius. This is not something that can be slighted or fixed with the mere sentiments of mortality. This is an outcome of an audacious notion that protecting a strange child of power and divinity somehow guarantees your place amongst the gods. Do you believe that you belong amongst the gods, child of mine? Is that a hubris that all of this has not taught you? Do you think that the gods truly give a fuck about the mortal nature of those they command?
Why command something you don't care about? I believe every individual's soul matters to the gods in some way, and some of their intentions may be impure. But there are many that still wish for good for this world. And here you are still communicating, your soul still existing, and it may be suffering, but this isn't the end of it. We don't need to call this the end of your story. I'm here to provide you that comfort as my mother provided you.
If I may interject, your worship, how should I address you?
Doesn't even really look towards you. He's just staring at Eritrea at this point.
The gods may have learned their lesson, sir. They walk among us now. One of them here in this room, or so we suspect.
Alexion doesn't even acknowledge Foreign, just stares intently at Eritrea. Interesting. The gods walk Exandria again. I accept that challenge. You watch as the three Alexions back away. They fuse. An Alexion carrying a spear, a shield, wearing hardened elven chainmail across his body, a great elven battle helm on his head, the great signature of the orc and the elf deities kind of emblazoned on his kind of like armor. Let's see how much you truly believe what you say. You watch as he takes a spear and slams it against his chest, and energy warps out as he goes into an attack position and charges directly at the six of you. Ooh. So when we come back next week, we will be actually not playing this game. We are going to be playing part 1 of our prequel called The Children of Whitestone, but that's where we're going to finish tonight. We are taking Easter off, so we meet the 29th. We're off Easter. We'll play part 2 of the preamble, And then after the prequel is done, we'll come and hopefully safely wrap up the Ankarel arc and see what happens, because there are 3 possible outcomes. We'll have to see what happens with this particular notion of the arc. So everyone, thank you so much for coming out. You guys go ahead and linger so that we can chat. Everybody else, we will see you next week for part 1 of Children of Whitestone. Good night, everybody.